You know what? We always think that the job of an anime opening is just to pump us high energy, adrenaline, an epic introduction to a grand fantasy world. That's the standard blueprint, is not it? But the song that we are talking about today is a complete deception. Haru by Yurishika is not just an upbeat celebration, it's a tragedy masquerading as a triumph. Most people think that it is just a cool theme song about a legendary hero named Himmel, but in reality, it is a psychological haunting. It's a story about the devastating weight of being the one left behind. Imagine a father and a son living in a quiet house day after day. The father gently approaches the boy. He tries to comfort him when he cries, reaches out to pat his back and lean in to kiss his forehead. But the boy never looks back. He just stares blankly through his father, completely frozen, looking out of the window as if there is no one even in the room. You think that this is a story about a child, a detached son who resents his parent, but the entire narrative shatters in a single millisecond when the father looks down at a puddle of rain on the ground and realizes that he cannot see his own reflection. The lyricism behind Yurishika n-buna is not just writing poetry here. He acts as an architect of absence. He takes the invisible vacuum left by grief and builds a physical space out of it. Look how the song opens.
あなたは風のように目を閉じてはゆっくれ
Anata wa kaze no yoni mi wo tojite wa yugure. That means that you are like the wind, closing your eyes in the twilight. He does not call the father a memory, he calls him the wind. The wind is something you can feel brushing against your skin, something that physically alters the room, yet it remains completely invisible. But if you look closely at the direction of the animation, director Kohotamori hides a massive clue right from the start. In the music video theory, moving left represents life and moving forward, while the moving right represents death and passing on. What's the boy here? Whenever he runs, he always sprinting towards the left of your screen. But the father, after the opening sequence, he only ever moves toward the right. He is literally walking away from life, and we don't even notice it. Even we are so distracted by this beautiful animation. Now let's talk about the microscopic linguistic trick that n-buna pulls off in the lyrics, because it is absolutely mind-blowing. It is a kind of subtle storytelling that makes you want to stare at the ceiling at 2 a.m. In the first verse, we get the line that Anata no mi wa bidro. That means that your eyes are glass beads. The boy is looking at his father. Bidro is an old Japanese word that stands for glass beads, clear but bright, reflecting the blue sky. It represents, the untainted memory of the father when he was alive. But wait until the second verse. The melody stays almost, identical. But look closely how the grammar shifts at Anata no me ni vidiro. He changes a single Japanese particle from wa to ni, and suddenly it does not mean your eyes are glass beads anymore. It translates to there are glass beads inside your eyes. He's talking about the physical pooling of tears with just one syllable. The song, transitions from a peaceful memory to an agonizing reality of a child crying in an empty room. As a general audience, your eyes, naturally follow the character. But the story of this music video, Haru, is hidden in the background asset. Yes, let me show you. Look at the boy's desk already. He is desperately waiting for a letter. Then he looks at the sky and you see the vintage fighter plane flying over a city in complete shambles. The father was not just away, he was a pilot deployed to a brutal war zone. When the illusion finally breaks for the father, it happens in split seconds as he looks down at the puddle and realizes that he has no reflection. Look what is sitting right next to that puddle in the mud. It is an abandoned military pilot cap. The video does not explicitly show a battlefield or a crash, but it does not need to actually. The empty cap and the lack of reflection tells you that everything. He died in the sky and his spirit just finally caught up to reality. And the final punch comes at the very end of this video. The boy walks outside and places a long awaited letter directly on the top of his father's military cap. He finally got the letter, but it was not the message from his father. It was an official notice of his death. So why does this matter to us? Why do millions of people listen to this track on the loop? We spend so much of our life waiting for personal storms to pass. We tell ourselves that once the rain stops, once the grief clears, we finally see the light again. But Yurishika forces us to look at the sky quite differently. The chorus hits with immense weight. Furushikiru ame desai komo no wo dewa haru. That means that even the pouring rain above the clouds is a clear weather. The people we lose don't just vanish into the nothingness. They become atmosphere around us. The tragedy of life is not the storm exists. The beauty is knowing that no matter how dark, how grey, how heavy the clouds above your head look right now, if you just fly a few 100 feet higher, the sun is still shining. The light does not disappear. It's just keeping watch from the above. Think about it. So that was my take on this guide. It's a kind of different types of video. I generally do reaction videos, but this is something I finally felt that I should do a complete deep dive into these lyrics, because this is really something which forces us to think deeper. So that's why I made this video. So what's your take on this? Please write me in the comment section. If I missed something, the imagery in the music video, please let me know in the comment section, and you can suggest me more videos like this so that I can deep dive. Please leave a like and share this to your near and dear ones. Okay, see you next video.